Hey, Juventini, welcome back to the channel. I'm Alberto. It's August 19th. I've got all the latest news surrounding La Vega Signora. Okay, we're going to talk about the latest on Paul Pogba. We're going to talk about the possible future scenarios for Rovella and Fagioli. And then, is everything actually officially done now for Paredes? Is it over since Rabiot's deal fell through with Manchester United? Not just yet. All right, so let's get into all that right now. All right, Juventini, friendly reminder to like the video and, of course, subscribe to the channel. That's all Juve all the time. All right. Thank everybody else for their continued support. And I hope that YouTube allows the entire video to be uploaded today. Okay. Sorry for what happened yesterday. All right. But let's get into this. Okay. So Paul Pogba is moving into phase two of his recovery. Okay. So phase two basically entails working on the pitch and with the ball at feet and actually running with the ball and movements with the ball. So this is great news. He's got no more pain in his knee apparently, and he's moving into phase two. They are aiming for September 11th to September 14th for his return, which puts him back for roughly the Salernitana match or second game of Champions League group stage. So there you have it. All the best to Paul, and Godspeed on that recovery. All right. Now let's get into the youngsters. We have Rovella and Fagioli, and basically this has been the most intriguing story for me, is how Juventus was going to deal with the three youngsters, Miretti, Fagioli, and Rovella. In many Juventini's eyes, it seems that Miretti is the one that's favored. Now, the interesting thing with Rovella is once the Rabiot deal fell through to Manchester United, we've had a bit of a domino effect, and Rovella is the one, because a week ago, and confirmed by Romeo Gresti, Monza had a yes from Juventus for a dry loan for Rovella, but now that is basically put on hold, as he is really the only one outside of Locatelli that can play ahead of the defense. Obviously, that's debatable and arguable, and that's fine. But right now, even in my personal opinion, I see Locatelli and Rovella as the two that could play the regista role. Okay, so everything's on hold with that, but could still be put through the line if another deal comes through that opens up the door for Paredes. And we'll get more into that in a couple minutes here. So Fagioli's future, same thing. It will be decided very soon, obviously, since we're at August 19th and the Mercado closes at August 31st. But Cremonese and Sampdoria are the two clubs that are trying to get Fagioli back. Obviously, Fagioli spent his Serie B term with Cremonese and got them promoted as well, was a big part of that, having a great season there. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Fagioli as well, and just what Max has planned for these players. Okay, now getting back to the Paredes thing, is it done and dusted since Adrian Rabiot and his deal with Manchester United fell through? Well, not quite yet. Juventus is still accepting offers for Adrian Rabiot. Maybe, just maybe, a team comes in and wants the French midfielder, okay? But not only that, they are going to reignite trying to find a solution for Artur. Okay, so Juventus could try and look at some of those potential deals that came up earlier on and see if they can figure out even just a loan, which would then open the door for Juventus to bring in Leandro Paredes. Okay, so they are still going to be going at that, and it's being reported that Juventus is going to go until the bitter end of this Mercado to try and get Paredes in. That is telling me that this is Max's guy. This is the guy Max has handpicked and wants in this club. So I fully agree with Juventus trying to do everything you can to bring him in. But here's where it gets interesting, is that Artur, it doesn't just stop between Artur and Rabiot. Zakaria McKennie's names have also been mentioned, okay? And I still get a lot of questions about Zaniolo and what went down. Is it done there and whatnot? All roads for Zaniolo apparently lead just to staying at Roma, and that's being reported by Romeo Gresti. There was an opportunity, within the last month for Juventus to bring him in. The deals fell through. Arthur was mentioned, and even Zakaria. Zakaria's name was mentioned, trying to bring in Zaniolo there in an exchange. Zakaria and McKennie, their names have crept up as well as potential sales that could open the door for Paredes to come in. So if Juve gets an offer that they deem acceptable for one of those midfielders, one of them could be shipped out to open the door for Paredes. Now, this could rub some Juventini the wrong way, because are they on the list as far as guys that need to move away immediately? No, but at the same token, Paredes again seems to be that guy Max wants in. And sometimes, if I look at this midfield, I don't necessarily want to get rid of either one of those guys. They're not the top of the list. I would say Arthur is the biggest issue right now in the middle of the park, even ahead of Rabiot. And again, that's debatable. But for me, there's not enough variation, and Paredes at least brings variation, but you're still then a big, big question mark and a big, big risk because can Locatelli unlock everything playing as that box to box and that Mitsala? I'm not necessarily sold on that either. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this Mercado closes out, Juventini. But that's all the latest news and that's all the latest rumblings. And we are far from over, even though we're at August 19th and it closes, in about 12 days. We're far from finished. So it's going to be a wild, wild finish to this Mercado, Juventini. And we'll have to keep our eyes peeled to see what goes down. Last bit of news here. I've got the first projected 11 for the Monday's match against Sampdoria, okay? And it looks like it's going to be Perin, Danilo, Bonucci, Bremer, and Sandro. Zakaria, Locatelli, and McKennie across the middle with Cuadrado, Vlahovic, and Kostic up top. Okay, so 4-3-3 or a 4-4-2 hybrid with probably McKennie playing as the outside. For me, I said it after game one. I don't like McKennie and Zakaria sharing the pitch. I think it's too similar. I would like to see Fagioli probably get the start on one side of Locatelli and work off that. Okay, but nonetheless, it all comes down to getting the 3 points and getting the win and carrying off that great, great start we got against Sassuolo. Okay, but that's first projection. And also take it with a grain of salt. It came from Sky Sports, and Sky Sports was awful at their projected lineups last season. So we'll have to wait and see. But Juventini, that's your news update to today, August 19th. Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, like the video, subscribe if you're new here, and don't forget, you wanted this and we brought it to you. Our Discord channel is now up and running. Okay, so we've got a Discord server set up. The link is in the description to this video. All right, so make sure you join, and that's for all of you because you wanted to carry on the discussions beyond the daily updates and the lives and everything. And now we've got it set up, so look forward to seeing you all in there. Okay, and don't forget to check out our new Striped Hearts shop. Link is in the description to this video, and you'll even see some previews for some items in there should you choose to support the channel. All right, till next time, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao.